Sometimes it can feel so overwhelming trying to understand and use the law of attraction and even just feel better in our lives. There's so much information going around, but today I'm going to break it down for you and give you a few easy tips you can implement into your life with little or no effort to start manifesting your desires and living the life you've always wanted. Trust me, it will make a major difference. Hi, I'm Kim. Welcome back to the Higher Vibes Tribe community, where we talk about everything law of attraction, manifestation, and becoming your highest self. Today we're going to be talking about some easy ways you can start to implement and use the law of attraction into your life. There's so many videos, so much information out there that it can just be overwhelming. You don't know where to start, so I'm just going to break it down for you in this video. So if you're interested in learning how to manifest your desires easily and effortlessly, just keep on watching. So the first tip I have for you is to not use your phone when you first wake up. I cannot stress this enough. This is actually something I just started doing recently because I'm someone who uses the alarm on their phone to wake them up, and then I would scroll through Instagram or social media because I didn't want to just fall back asleep. If I just turned off my alarm and laid back down, I would definitely fall back asleep. But then when I was scrolling through Instagram or Twitter, I would start seeing these upsetting things or negative news stories that I really didn't want to be seeing the first thing in the morning. So then I started thinking, how can I use my phone to wake up but then not be impacted by these negative things right in the morning? So I actually downloaded a positive affirmations app, so when I wake up I can still use the alarm on my phone, but instead of scrolling through social media and possibly subjecting myself to seeing things that I don't want to see, I'm scrolling through my positive affirmations and just starting my day off right. I actually now try to not browse social media for the first hour after waking up, and honestly, it has made a huge difference for me. I just feel a lot more calm, a lot more centered, my mind isn't distracted. For the first hour, my brain is just chilling instead of being overstimulated the first hour of the morning. Because you know, the way you wake up and what you do right after is so important because our minds are most quiet in the morning and therefore most impressionable and will impact our subconscious the most. So make sure that whatever you're doing in the morning, it is a good routine. So the second way that you can easily implement the law of attraction into your life is by practicing gratitude. So I think there are a lot of different ways to do this. A lot of people just write down 3 things they're grateful for every day, but we're trying to make this as easy as possible for you guys so you can simply just think about things you're grateful for every day. Yeah, there's some benefit to writing it down, but if you just think about it, that's totally fine too, whatever works for you. And you know, try to kind of make a routine out of it so you don't forget to do it every day. When I was actually physically going to work and getting ready for work every day, I would just be thinking about things I was grateful for while doing my makeup or getting ready for work. Now, since I'm working from home, I'm pretty much just, you know, rolling out of bed and brushing my teeth and getting to work, but you know, I'm still thinking of things I'm grateful for during that time. And as I just mentioned, your morning routine is super important, so I think this is just a great addition to it. When we think about things we're grateful for, we remember how many blessings we actually have that we take for granted or are just so commonplace to us we don't even think about it. Like having water, food, clothes to wear, a place to sleep, a roof over your head, electricity, safety, our health, people to talk to, people who love you. Those are all things that not everyone has, yet we don't think about it every day. And you know, when we think about things that we're grateful for, we just raise our vibe and get into alignment with our higher selves. And that is just always a great place to be in general and for manifesting. So the third way that you can easily implement the law of attraction into your life is by meditating. This is a huge one for me. The benefits are endless, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet, but it has helped manage my anxiety. I feel more calm overall. I feel more centered. I feel more connected to myself. I feel more connected to the universe. I feel more aligned overall. And this allows you to manifest so much easier because you're so much more aligned with yourself and the universe, and therefore more connected with the universe. And what happens when we meditate is that all of our thoughts that we usually have going on inside of our head are calmed down. We don't have so many thoughts going on. So now when we're in the state of meditation and we're calm and centered, when we send our desire and what we want out to the universe, it can hear us so much easier because that desire isn't muddled among all these other thoughts, kind of just on a rocket ship to the universe, and it can hear us loud and clear. And when the universe can hear us more clearly, it can answer us more quickly and more effectively. So the next way you can easily implement the law of attraction into your life is by setting time aside for visualization. This is another huge one for me. I feel like I've kind of said that for all the tips right now, but these are ones I really use in my everyday life. But setting aside time for visualization is so important. And the perfect time to do this is right after meditation. Like I said, when your mind is quiet and we can communicate so much easier with the universe. A lot of us kind of have some sort of idea with what we want in life and what will make us happy, but we aren't too specific about it. So visualization allows us to be specific about what we want. I have a whole other another video on how to visualize properly, so I will link that down below if you are interested, because it actually is my favorite way to manifest, and I think it is the most effective way to manifest, because remember, the universe always answers. It always gives us what we want. We just have to communicate, make the time to tell it exactly what we do want. So the next way that you can implement the law of attraction into your life is by reading law of attraction books, or even listening to law of attraction podcasts, whatever floats your boat. It doesn't have to be a lot, even just reading like 10 pages a day. But there's always so much more that we could learn. There's so much more that we could be doing. There's so much more that we don't know and could know about how to manifest effectively and how to raise our vibe and just feel good overall. And you know, when you're constantly learning about these things, learning how to manifest, learning how to raise your vibe, it's always on your mind, so it makes it easier to keep your vibe high because you're always thinking about it. We all know that we should be conscious about what we're thinking about and how we're feeling, but it's a lot easier said than done. But when we have these constant reminders, kind of just like, oh yeah, okay, don't think negatively, okay, make sure I'm focused on what I want, and eventually it just becomes your natural state of being. You're always conscious about what you're thinking about and how you're feeling. So the next way that you can implement the law of attraction into your life is by writing down your law of attraction successes. This has been a major one for me that really got the ball rolling with the law of attraction in my life. Sometimes, you know, when you're manifesting, you start thinking like, why isn't this working for me? Why haven't I been able to manifest anything? Does the universe just not want to give me what I want? But in reality, you've just forgotten or ignored the small things that you manifest, or even the big things. So I actually have this written down in my phone, a lot of examples of things that I've already manifested. So when I'm feeling down or unsure if my manifestation is actually working, I refer back to this list and it kind of just boosts my spirit. Some things that I've manifested in the past are job offers, job opportunities. Sometimes I'll think about someone and want them to message me, and then I'll check my phone and there's a message from them. Or thinking about a certain dish and then going downstairs and realizing that my mom has made that dish for me. Or there's a lot of other just smaller things like seeing angel numbers everywhere, or just thinking about something and then seeing it in my reality. I feel like doing this really just does help remind you that the universe does make things happen for you and has made things happen for you. And sometimes that it just takes time and you just need to believe in yourself. When you read this list, it kind of increases your belief that your manifestations and your desires actually can come true, which then in turn increases your manifestation abilities. And the last tip I have for you guys is really don't get too caught up in all of this. It isn't supposed to be difficult and isn't supposed to be overwhelming. You don't have to do it all. Try some things, try it out. The most important thing is that it feels good to you. And it might feel good now and maybe not so good later. Maybe one week you're really loving meditation, you do it for a month, and then suddenly it starts feeling like a chore. So it shouldn't feel like a chore. Switch it up. Try visualizing if you get bored of meditation, or try practicing gratitude even more. Whatever works for you. The method doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it feels good while you're doing it. There is no right or wrong, just as long as it feels right for you, because feeling good is our natural state of being. So the main takeaway I want you guys to have from all of this is that using the law of attraction and feeling good doesn't have to be time-consuming, hard, or complicated. These are just the ways that work for me, but these aren't the only ways. Figure out what works for you. It honestly doesn't matter so much what you're doing, but just that whatever you're doing feels good and feels right for you. If you found this video at all helpful, please like and subscribe, and as always, until next time, sending good vibes your way.